Hello, Abby here, and I wanted to take today's video to talk to everyone about my life-changing experience of having a flip phone. When I was in Japan in 2023, I literally the day before I lost my phone said, if anything ever happened to my phone, I would go the flip phone route. I honestly feel that it would be good for me, etc. The next day when I was biking, my phone fell in my fanny pack, and lo and behold, gone. Could not find her. She's lost in the stream somewhere in Kyoto. But I'm so grateful in some ways. I just felt weirdly calm about the whole situation when it happened. I was lucky to be traveling with friends, so she helped me navigate and deal with the situation, and honestly, I figured it out. I felt more stress from other people in my life saying, oh, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you should look for a phone right away. But I just felt a weird inner knowing, inner wisdom that this was what was meant to be for me. So when I got back, I made the decision to buy a flip phone at my local mall kiosk, and I picked up this little guy. There has been waves of challenges, regret, love, and overall, I feel that it's supported me and my meaning and how I want to connect in the world. I don't really intend on going back to a regular smartphone after this experience, and I'm going to show you why. So, first off, I'll give you a little phone tour. So, this guy has a camera. When you open it up, you click menu, and it shares all these little grids, which are probably hard to see given the glare on my computer, but you have your calls, your messages, your contacts, your photos, your camera, and just other things I don't really use, like mail or web. I'm sure you can take the time to connect with your Wi-Fi, but I just like not using it with internet. So that's what I have on it, and I would say upfront costs, good to know. From where I went, I got the phone itself for $70, and then I paid $100 for a year plan with just calling. So I can't text people on this, which is sometimes inconvenient. They can text me, but just call, that's it. So, how's it going? I'll give you first the cons. I would say one of the biggest changes has been documenting my life. I think our generation takes everything, a picture from your latte to photos with friends, and sometimes it can feel really lonely or isolating, and also just like something, I feel like an itch I need to scratch. I want to take pictures of these little cute things all the time, and I just have to remember to take a picture with my mind or pull out my digital camera. And that's the other piece. I would say if you're investing in a flip phone, also make sure you do have something to document so you're not completely removed from documenting your life. I have a little digital camera now, and I do love it, and a Polaroid when I'm feeling extra fancy and special to take more pictures with my friends and loved ones. That being said, I also really enjoy now being a lot more intentional about what I'm documenting. I find that, like years and years ago, whatever pictures I was taking of little things, I never look back on those. I only, printed out the really special photos or try to like look back on photos that are very significant. And so I think having that distinction isn't a bad thing. Number two, I would say connecting with friends. This is both a pro and a con. I'm going to speak on the pro side later, but the con is that this really can change some of your relationships. I wouldn't say that it's completely like lost any of my friendships, but I definitely have to like put in a lot more conscious effort, and my friends also have to put a lot more conscious effort to reach to me and to connect with me. And without having text on my plan especially, I have to make time and they have to make time to be able to call. I really feel grateful that my friends have continued communicating and supporting me through this experience. Without that, I don't know if it would have made sense to continue having a flip phone, but everyone in my life has been really accommodating, which is huge and what I deserve. So thanks, friends and loved ones. Yeah. Number three would be directions. This is the reason I hear why a lot of people don't want to get a flip phone. And I get it. It's so hard at times. I have to, everywhere I go, really plan out, okay, what direction do I need to go, memorize how to get there, hope that we don't go somewhere crazy that it's going to take me so far to get back to where I need to go, or potentially have to ask someone to use their phone to map how I'm getting home. So that is the biggest challenge, I would say. I think, having this flip phone, committing to this does mean you're going to have to commit to these navigational skills. That's just they go hand in hand. But I will say that the pros have outweighed the cons for sure, which will lead me, I guess, straight into the pros. Number one, this has helped tremendously with my anxiety. I still have a long way to go, but just having the option to have a work-life balance, I don't have to respond to emails if I leave my house without my laptop. I can leave everything at home or intentionally go to a cafe and work, but if I'm just bringing my phone with me out into the world, it's just that. Another con I forgot to say, music. That's something that is bittersweet, but it just encourages me to blast my music more at home and dance a little bit at home and take advantage of my friends or live music spaces. I think that's something I haven't really done since I got my phone, but I should more. But back to what I was saying about anxiety. I think also social anxiety was something I really struggled with when I would have my phone, because I would often just use it as a crutch, and if I was feeling stressed out in a situation, I could just look at my phone screen, scroll on Pinterest, etc. And a lot of us do it, but having to force myself to sit with where I am, if I arrive early to meet a friend, I can either read a book or just sit with how I feel, honestly has been so good for me. I think it's so easy to, every waking moment of our days, fill our life with overconsumption, never have a chance to just pause, and it's encouraging me to be with myself more, and I honestly recommend it to everyone to at least either go on a phone detox, experiment with no social media, or in my case, get yourself a flip phone and use social media at a distance. It's all best fit to you what to do, but I would say I strongly urge you to consider your digital consumption habits, and this for me has really opened me up to do that. I feel way less addicted. I still use social media and I still have a relationship to it, but I feel way less addicted than I ever did when I had my phone, because I'm not just waiting to get that fix in every break on the toilet. I'm just sitting with myself on the subway. I'm just sitting with myself, and the more I sit with myself as I get older, the more I realize this is the essential space. This is where the clarity comes. This is where the breakthroughs happen. Giving myself space to just reflect, think, exist is so refreshing, and I won't be going back to a traditional iPhone or smartphone anytime soon, if ever, because I think that this is probably something more people should be doing, and I am a big advocate for it. It's not for everyone, but it really supported me in my healing, in my digital addiction, my relationship to just technology in general. I felt almost in despair having this glued to my phone life, and I still have work to do. I still go on Reels for way too long on my laptop. I still watch Netflix when I'm feeling like I can't cope with my anxiety, but the weight of what I was doing before is significantly less, and that's my spiel. That's my update on flip phone life, and welcome to what I hope to continue to be more documenting of my findings, wisdom gathering, and just living with this stage of life that I'm in now, so that my 80-year-old self can look back on this fondly and remember me. And yeah, thank you for listening to me talk for 9 minutes.